Watch what's approaching, the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it?
What's good? It's about 4:30 in the morning right now. I don't know why I'm still up, but with work coming up in about 3 hours, but it is what it is. The grind don't stop. Basically wanted to do a showcase of the free-to-play Super Strength Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS unit that came out as part of the new story event. So actually a pretty decent unit overall, and let's just cover the stats first and then we'll go into the details here in a second. So this is going to be, again, the Super Strength Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS unit. It is a free-to-play unit as part of the what was it, Potafu story event. And leader skill is Super Saiyan 3 category, plus 3 key HP attack and defense increase of 30%. Super attack will cause supreme damage to enemy. Passive skill is Ki plus 5 and defense increase of 50% for the 5 turns from the start of the turn, and then attack increase of 90% when performing a super attack. So definitely a pretty decent passive skill itself. The defense is certainly restricted to the first 5 turns of the battle, but the 90% increase to attack can definitely help out a lot. In terms of links, you're looking at Super Saiyan, that's 10% to attack. Fused Fighter is plus 2 key over in a flash, plus 3 key. Limit Breaking Form is attack increase of 2000 when an SA is launched. The Innocence is 10% increase to attack, and Budding Warrior is 10% to attack. 4 categories for this unit: Fusion, Hybrid Saiyan, Super Saiyan 3, and the Boys and Girls category. For this video, you're going to see the unit tested on the Super Saiyan 3 as well as the Fusion / Movie Heroes. So again, as you see, max stats at 100% potential, you're looking at HP of 9,169, attack of 10,568, and defense of 6,446. 12 Ki Multiplier is 130%. So overall, this unit isn't bad. The defense is definitely low in terms of stats, and with the 5-turn restrictions, certainly this unit can definitely take a lot of damage. However, for a variety of reasons, let's say for example, for whatever the reason it may be, you don't have any of the other summonable Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS units, or you do without any dupes, this one is certainly a pretty decent alternative option. I think this unit is really meant to be SA fodder to raise the SA for the rest of the other GOTENKS units. However, this unit is pretty good for free-to-play. Again, attack increase to 90% at the start of the turn, and then upon activation with the super attack, and then you do have a defense increase of 50% for at least 5 turns, and then plus 5 key as well. So you're always going to be able to super at least for the first 5 turns of the battle. So certainly good. Again, one of the key limitations about this unit is defense is definitely on the low side of only 6,446. While the 50% increase to defense certainly helps at the beginning of battle, once that's no longer active, this unit could certainly take a lot of damage, especially from enemy super attacks. So you do have to be wary about that. But again, Super Saiyan 3 category, you could certainly include him on a team here. He does decent enough to where it's okay. Again, it's a free-to-play unit, so you can farm, all the way up to 100% potential. The drop rates are actually pretty good. You just have to bring in the artificial life form category units to get the bonus drop rates for the story event. So the grind itself isn't too bad, and the unit itself is pretty decent. I was a little bit surprised how decent it actually was. I mean, at the end of the day, again, this unit is really meant for SA fodder for the rest of either the tech version or the physical version. So in that regard, it's a decent enough unit. The other thing to note is this Strength GOTENKS only has a max level of 100, so it doesn't Dokkan Awaken into a TUR state. So you're obviously missing links like shattering the limit or whatnot. And for a max level 100 unit, yeah, it's doing pretty well. I mean, it's on par with the Great Ape Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku. So overall, certainly not a bad unit. I think if you're lacking the other Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS units, I think it's worthwhile to farm. I went ahead and did it just because I really wanted to see what this unit was like at max potential. So I certainly wanted to test them on both the Super Saiyan 3 as well as the Movie Heroes and Fusion category, just to see how he would do in a variety of settings. So, hopefully this serves as a good indicator for you guys, whether you were debating on, farming this unit to potentially 100% potential. Maybe this will help in terms of, allowing you to make that decision. So I'm hoping this will help. That's the whole point of this. And yeah, I mean, we'll leave it at that. Again, within this category, he is getting help, or they're getting help from the other units like the Great Ape GT Goku, as well as the Bardock unit. Bardock does provide a 40% increase to attack for allies when HP is 70% or below. The Goku unit provides a flat 33% boost without any sort of restrictions to allies. So, again, the unit does get help. However, without it, he can still hit for a decent amount, I think, in my opinion. And you'll see some of that in the Movie Heroes and Fusion setup. So overall, again, my opinion is not a bad unit overall. Definitely solid, and I think it's worthwhile to invest. At least get the SA to max level and go ahead and unlock the Dude Pass. Now, whether you want to invest the orbs into the unit, that's entirely up to you. But I would certainly recommend keeping that option open and go ahead and get the SA to max and unlock the Dude Pass. I mean, like I said, the grind itself isn't bad overall. So this is the Movie Heroes and Fusion setup. Again, just a variety of units within that category, not really specific. The unit itself is going to link pretty well with any real Saiyan type unit on the team, so it's not really like you have to hone in on it. One of the links that you do, I didn't really necessarily include it because I kind of wanted to leave it open-ended, but you could certainly include units that have the Budding Warrior link skill to get that extra 10% as well. I decided not to focus too much on it and just kind of keep it, as fluid as possible with, range of units, just to provide a little bit more diversity. That was kind of my approach for this particular showcase, but certainly Budding Warrior units like, Goten and Trunks could certainly add an extra boost, I guess, but I wouldn't say it's entirely necessary. I think this unit's decent enough where you can essentially link it up with a variety of units and be fine. Again, this is a free-to-play version too, so it's definitely on par with some of the summonable units on both categories that I tested. So in my opinion, I think it's pretty good. It's a pretty solid unit overall. The biggest thing I think what helps with this unit is, again, that attack increase of 90% when SA is launched. That is a pretty big percent boost for a free-to-play unit, so I think that does help out tremendously. Again, the defense increase of 50% plus also with the +5 Ki for the beginning 5 turns, that definitely does add better defensive capabilities also. The only thing I wish they did was provide a little bit more boost toward the leader skill for the Super Saiyan 3 category. Since it is a free-to-play unit, it would have been nicer if they provided, upwards of like 70% for the category, since, I think it would help out people that, don't necessarily have the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock unit. I think that would have been a good gesture on that part, but, you don't always get what you want, I guess, at the end of the day. We'll have to see when Global ends up getting this unit. Probably, similar schedule to JP after 4-year anniversary when the tech EZA for the Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS shows up and whatnot. That's kind of messed up in my opinion. They waited to release this after most people already invested probably Elder Kais into the the GOTENKS unit. So for those that didn't and held up, I think you're in luck, and essentially you could level up the SA this way. It is an SSR unit, so you should get 50% success rate. I haven't tested it myself, but that's what I'm guessing it is. So that'll certainly help make the SA farming a little bit easier. So really, the intention of this unit is what that is. But again, I wanted to test out the unit at 100% potential, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, I do appreciate you watching, so stay tuned for next time.